half the section of Bollywood that's making these kind of movies and trying to make money out of it or trying to call this entertainment is going to have a big backlash now. And I think that this is the movie that's going to really drive people pretty crazy. Hello everyone, this is Nimish. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about the trailer of Coolie #1 starring Varun, Dhawan, Sara Ali Khan, Paresh Rawal, Johnny Lever, Rajpal Yadav, directed by David Dhawan, who also directed the original with the one and only legendary Govinda. Now, I'm not going to do the reaction because I think you guys watched the trailer. You can watch it, and I don't want people who have watched it to watch it again because I could barely sit through the first time. It was one of the worst things I've watched, and it is the so-called next upcoming big movie in Bollywood, which is releasing directly on Amazon Prime Video because of the pandemic. But to think of the fact that this movie was planned ages ago before the pandemic, the shooting has been done, the production has been done, and it was waiting for a release in the theaters is a very, very disastrous thought. It's painful to think that this movie would have asked us to, buy tickets, go all the way to the theater, sit in the theater, watch and sit through 2.5 hours of this kind of torturous experience. So this, is something that I hope ends with 2020. It was planned at a certain time. It's coming out now. The trailer is out. You can't help it at this point. But this obviously needs to stop. Lakshmi Bomb released a few weeks ago on OTT, and that obviously had a better concept, had a better starting point. It was a remake of a South movie, which was an extremely entertaining movie, and the same director made the Hindi version, yet it did not work out. So, seeing the trailer of Coolie #1, which of course has a subpar actor compared to the original and just not the right contents and elements and not even the right time frame for the release, goes to show that this failure is going to continue for Bollywood. It is one step after the other. This half the section of Bollywood that's making these kind of movies and trying to make money out of it or trying to call this entertainment is going to have a big backlash now. And I think that this is the movie that's going to really drive people pretty crazy. Not to say that, the other aspects such as the nepotism debate has been on, and of course Varun Dhawan and Sara Ali Khan are products of it. So it goes to show that, the anger and rage is going to continue with this. Now, I don't want to compare Varun Dhawan to the original, but even for Varun Dhawan's own career, this particular movie and performance in the trailer, from the trailer that we can see, is absolutely terrible. It is an all-time low for his own choices and performance. Now, he's probably riding high on the combination of success with his father. The first one was Main Tera Hero, which again was a completely bad movie. I don't know many people that actually enjoyed that movie, but was declared a success. And then Judwa, which apparently worked with kids and things like that. That's fine. If it worked at that point, it's fine. But really, there's no way that this kind of movie and success combination, which they call success, can continue with this kind of performance, these kind of jokes, this kind of humor. Everything is done to death. Everything is so old and outdated that it just does not make the audience laugh anymore. Whether it's the concept of Coolie #1, which obviously was a 90s film and was really funny back then, is not going to apply today. The concept of cross-dressing and dressing up as women and trying to, trick other people or other characters in the movie like Paresh Rawal is not funny anymore. Trying to speak broken Chinese Mandarin and make jokes out of it in Hindi is just not funny anymore. And also not giving a good role to Sara Ali Khan or the lead actress in a movie today and just having her for songs and some random hanging out in the movie is also not going to be accepted anymore. These are all things that we are all learning in, while watching international content, even other regional content from India during the pandemic. So it's a very painful experience to see that Bollywood continues to churn out these kind of films. 2021 is going to be a very big year of introspection for Bollywood because they really need to think wisely about what they need to do. Varun Dhawan himself needs to start making better choices because otherwise his career is going absolutely nowhere. Siddharth, his career has gone down, downhill, film after film after film. He's trying this, he's trying that, but it's not working out. Arjun Kapoor's career has gone downhill, bad choices one after the other. And Varun Dhawan has been consistently making these choices that are not working for him. And this is going to be the absolute worst. So he has the talent, not to say that he's a great actor or anything, but he has the sufficient sufficient entertainment value to him for the particular kind of audiences that like watching him or whatever it is. So hopefully this is, speaking just rational here, hopefully this is the bottom and he keeps coming down and bounces off going forward, because this whole thing needs to stop. This remake of old 90s movies where they're trying to make it funny, it's not working, and all this kind of humor needs to stop. It needs to go in a much more better direction. Other people, as usual, Ayushmann Khurrana, Rajkumar Rao, these people are doing good films with good humor, natural humor, satirical humor. These are things that work today. Situational humor, not this kind of forced humor and over the top acting, just terrible, cringeworthy acting that is just not going to work. So, leave your comments below on this very disastrous project and what you think should be next for all these people and what they should do going forward. And it's just more of not about Coolie #1, that's a disaster, we know that, but it's more about what next for Bollywood at this point, with movies like Lakshmi Bomb not doing well, this one being a disaster. Just trying to think about what next. So leave your comments below. Hope you like this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and keep watching for much more.